Hello. Today we're going to be doing a quick overview of the VxRail Manager. You're able to access the VxRail Manager just by putting in the IP address of it into GUI, and it brings you into this main dashboard. Over here you can see a few VMs that we've set up. You can see they're powered on. Over here you can open up the console, clone them, etc. If you wanted to go ahead and create a new VM, you can do it by uploading an ISO or use a pre-existing image, right? One of the cool things about VxRail Manager is that it's able to actually pull different best practices for certain ISOs to make small, medium, or large VMs. It really kind of streamlines the process in getting some VMs spun up. Over here, we're able to see the health of the appliance, storage IOPS, CPU usage, etc. Really, all of your main monitoring tasks are here. So if you're ever curious, how much more IOPS can I hammer this thing with, right? It gives you a nice little percentage here, so you know kind of how close you are to hitting that threshold, as well as capacity. Down here I can see the 4 nodes in my appliance. I can see every single drive in my nodes and etc. and make sure everything's okay. Green check marks are good. If there's ever failure, you see the nice red X or yellow exclamation mark if there's a warning. It just gives, the whole point here is to give you a quick glance of the system so you know exactly how it's performing. Over here I can see the different code versions. So of course under the covers we're running vCenter and ESXi, and I can see I'm running 6.0 for both of those and VxRail Manager version 3.0. And this is important because if you were to ever add another node or another appliance to the cluster, you want to make sure everything's compatible. So over here you can see that we've added another appliance and my current cluster is able to detect that, the new nodes. And over here I can go and just pull those nodes into my current cluster. I don't even need to set an IP address or anything else like that. It just pulls it from a pre-existing pool of IPs that I set, a certain range that I set when this thing was first initialized. All I need is the ESXi password and the vCenter password, and away I go. Under the covers right now, it's automating all of the different tasks to bring both the storage into the vSAN cluster as well as the compute resources as well, to kind of pull all those together. And there we have it. Now if I go back to the health page, I can see the 2 appliances up here. I can still see the overall system health. So as you're scaling and as you're adding nodes and appliances, you're not also increasing the amount of overhead you have for management. Being a hyper-converged solution and bringing together that storage and compute, it's also bringing together those monitoring tasks as well. I can select that new appliance I saw and see just the specs for that one. And again, very similar to what we just saw before. Now, in terms of support, a lot of people just kind of want a very easy health check. Hey, how is everything doing? Is everything okay? Boom, right here. You can tell everything's okay. If there's ever any error messages or anything else like that, it would list them out for you. You can tell the last heartbeat. This thing sends a heartbeat to EMC so that if there's ever any hardware issues or support issues, they can get in front of that. They're able to, this box is able to auto-create its own service requests. So if there's ever any maintenance or say code updates or anything else like that's needed, EMC is alerted to that as well so that they can service the box quickly. But if you ever wanted to, you could open up a chat or a service request right in here as well. Right here is the main support page. Here you're able to see any last heartbeats to EMC, any of those logs, as well as open up or view past chat sessions with support, past service requests, etc. You're able to see if there's any code updates available for your VxRail appliance, if you want to apply any of those. And a quick link to the knowledge base in case an error comes up and you want to see what caused it or what it could be. Really easy to search for it there. These are a lot of the features that used to be on the EMC support page that they've brought into the GUI to just, again, help things be a little bit more simple and make everything in that one pane of glass. This is the VxRail Marketplace. Now, this marketplace is very similar to Ubuntu's marketplace if you've ever used that. It's where EMC and VCE have incorporated a bunch of different software suites that used to be kind of separate and a la carte and brought them to you in this nice, easy to use interface. So Right here, we can see Cloud Array. This allows you to do tiering of cold data off to the cloud. For example, if you're using AWS or Azure or vCloud Air, any one of those public cloud providers to hold your long-term cold storage, you could very easily use something like this to push that data off for you. A number of different software suites they baked in here. Recovery Point for virtual machines. Recovery Point was traditionally a replication technical solution for storage arrays that has been now brought to the hypervisor level. So instead of replicating entire data stores or entire LUNs, right, we're able to get a lot more granular and replicate everything from a VM level. So now you can set your recovery point objectives per VM instead of a data store that might hold many VMs. Just a little bit more granular in terms of recoverability and data protection. Also in line with data protection is vSphere Data Protection Advanced, which is based off of EMC's Avamar solution. That has now been brought similar to Recovery Point. It was a storage-based solution that was brought to the hypervisors. This was a storage-based backup solution that's kind of brought up to the hypervisors as well, allowing you to do backup and recovery of your individual virtual machines. Again, this marketplace is nice because there's EMC and VC are constantly adding to it for more advanced software features and capabilities in here a la carte, so no additional cost there. Under this physical tab, I can see my hardware in a little bit more detail than the past view. Right? I can select one of my appliances and go in and say check one of the drives. Right? Get some disk information here. What kind of drives we have? If I wanted to replace it, etc. I can do the same thing for the nodes too. You can see the health of the node, the uptime, and etc. So, and if everything we're seeing here is not enough and you miss vCenter, like you know and love, right? You always have this link to go up here to vCenter. Again, this is all VMware in the background that's powering all of this. So we don't remove any capabilities that you would have in a traditional vCenter environment. In a lot of ways, this is just trying to simplify a lot of those day-to-day tasks, leveraging the power of software and automation. I hope you enjoyed this quick overview of the VxRail appliance, and I look forward to speaking with you next time.